No, surprisingly not. I guess with all you guys here at the moment, it's kind of a bit like, oh, geez, haven't had this before in the gym. But surprisingly, I hold my nerves pretty well up until I really think about the actual moment. That's where I get the nerves come in. The prep is basically finished. Now it's just sharpening the tools and making sure I'm not overtrained. So this is the relaxation type week. Even though we still got to get some short, hard stuff in, it's pretty much an ease off to what I was doing. That's right. I'm the only one that, me and Glenn are the only one that have read that plan, and it's a plan that I've heard him speak to me about 1,000 times. So reading over it's just like listening to him talk to me in the ring. So I think what he's written down is spot on, and I think we can get the job done if I can follow it 100%. Look, he's been telling me these 10 points for a long time in this preparation, but he only sent it to me over the weekend and said to just read it over a few times and make sure I've got it clarified what I need to do. And I've read it over a couple of times now, and it's, as I said, it's just like listening to Glenn talk to me when I read it. It's perfectly worded of what I need to do. Yes, I've dared to dream, that's for sure. It's something I've had to do for a long time now, and even just dare to dream to get this fight in the first place has been a dream come true. So I've definitely been dreaming about that belt being put around my waist. Yeah, for sure. I've trained the hardest I have for this fight, and to finally get to get in the ring and show what I've done is all I want to do at this stage. I've finished all that hard work, and I'm just ready to show that in the ring. Life will probably change. I don't know. It's hard to kind of picture myself changing. I can't imagine me personally changing, but I guess your time becomes shorter, and being able to give that, to spread that thin throughout people, that's probably going to be the biggest change. Yeah, the Marquez knockout has definitely been probably our main point. Marquez has fought Pacquiao, brilliant, like the best anyone has fought Pacquiao. So he's someone that we have looked at a lot, and to land the same punch that Marquez did in the fight, which is that big overhand right, that's definitely what we'll be looking for. Yeah, I think it's been a little while since Jeff's been world champion. I think it's time for another one to be world champion. It's definitely massive for Australia, me having this fight here in Brisbane especially. Just having the fight would be a massive boost for Australia, but being able to land the fight here, and that's credit to Juco Events. They've done a massive job getting it here, and the government, Tourism Queensland, and everyone has done their job to get the fight here. So if I can win it, then it changes Australia in boxing, I think, big time. Because it's broadcast all around the world, it doesn't bother me that much, because I've fought at the Olympic Games before, and knowing that, I think the main thing for me that really sits with me is knowing that all my family and friends and the people that I know personally are watching. Of course, it's great knowing that a whole heap of other people around the world are going to be watching, but I've been there and done that at the Olympics, maybe not to this scale, but it's still a similarity that I'm putting together. They think it's amazing. The kids that I've taught, I've had a lot of messages from them, and I've also had even kids wait outside a press conference, I think at my last fight from Brisbane State High, and that was pretty cool having them kind of come up to me and be so excited. And I still see kids from Springwood State High School at our boxing program, and they're always excited to see me for that. There's not much difference in the crowd size, is there? Yeah, from 1,500 crowd size to 55,000, it's a massive jump. But I guess where I've fought before has been in a small location, so the crowd kind of seems louder than it is. It kind of echoes in the room. But to be in a stadium like Suncorp, the Cauldron, who knows? I don't know. I've never been in a situation like that before, but I think the more pressure that's on me for a fight, the better I perform. Yeah, Suncorp's the place to be. Suncorp for me is the dream location to fight. I'm a Queenslander, born in Brisbane. All things that I would go to are at Suncorp Stadium, all the massive events. So to be fighting there myself and be centre of attention for that event for 55,000 people is just like mind-blowing for me. Oh, he was really good. Caesar on site, he was, I think, perfect sparring for me. He he's the same kind of height as Manny. He moves similar. I guess you can't mimic Manny Pacquiao in what he does, but he was trying as hard as he could for me to do that, and he's a tough guy, and he did all the rounds with me. I didn't get other sparring partners jump in and out fresh, so he was an amazing sparring partner for me.
Absolutely. This is where he walked in here 11 years ago as a bullied school kid and had never thrown a punch in his life. And to take Jeff through the steps and to temper both his mind and his body, and it's taken years of just, it's psychology and science. Boxing is not just, you know, obviously hard work. There's a lot of psychology, there's a lot of science trying to temper his mind and body to the point where he is today, and he's like a samurai warrior these days. You know, he's a really, he's a fierce competitor. It's taken time. I'm trying to bring the wisdom of someone who's had 70 or 80 fights into someone who's had 17 fights. So that's the head that I'm trying to put on Jeff Horn's shoulders, because everybody thinks many will beat Jeff on experience. But as I've often said, you don't hit someone with a right experience or a left experience. You know, so you don't hit them with the eight division world titles or 11 world titles. You don't hit them with that. It's just two guys. It's two warriors out there. It's just four fists. You know, it's a matter of whether Jeff can land his 4, his 2 better than Manny can land his 2. So that's what it's going to come down to. We want Manny to bring his A game. We want this to be a real serious contest between two, you know, perfectly prepared athletes. That's what we want. Yes, I think there's a good chance. If someone said to me, I think there's probably about an 80% chance this fight will end in a KO, and I would suggest that it would happen late in the fight, probably not earlier in the fight. I think we're going to see a real war, and it's just going to be getting tough towards the end. Absolutely, I agree. I believe ticket sales are over 45,000. We'd dearly love to see a full house. And my vision originally, when I said to Dean Lonergan, is I see Jeff Horn fighting at Suncorp Stadium in front of a full house. So, you know, I'd love to see the rest of the tickets. I believe they will, because that's what I saw. I could see Jeff fighting in front of a full house at Suncorp Stadium. So I really hope that Queensland and Australia and the rest of the world really get behind this. This is a brilliant fight, and I really hope they get behind it this weekend. They come out in their droves. I mean, look at the weather. It's amazing. So, and it's going to be a great day. Couldn't agree more. A defining moment. One of those you just had to be there. You know, I was there. You know, so again, you know, let's hope that the Queensland crowd get out behind Jeff Horn and Manny Pacquiao. You know, we want them to support Manny as well. We're not saying we don't want the crowd there against Manny. You know, we just want the crowd there to support these two great athletes. And naturally, of course, we know the way we want the result to go. But you know, that's up to Jeff and I to get that done. I know in this fight that their spirits will be tested. Okay, in this fight, I have no doubt that this is going to be a much better fight than we've seen against Mayweather, even Vargas and Bradley. It's going to be a much better fight. I think we've eliminated all of the problems that a lot of these fighters, and I've worked hard. I've got a 10-point plan, and Jeff is the only person who has that 10-point plan. And I said to him, you follow the 10-point plan that I've sent to you confidentially, we win the fight. Simple as that.
Everything has been first class, and I am also, you know, thrilled with the developments in the United States. Manny Pacquiao's fight with Jeff Horn will be shown free to the American public on ESPN, the largest sports network in the world. ESPN is going all out to promote the event. By far, this audience in the United States for a Manny Pacquiao fight will dwarf anything that he has done in the United States in the 15 or 16 years that he's been fighting, where his fights have been broadcast in the United States. By far. We're looking forward to an audience as large as 10 million people in the United States, and it may be larger. I think, you know, that there are different elements on who's going to win and lose. This kid, Horn, is a big, strong kid, takes a good punch, gives punches really well. He's fought some good pros like Bailey and like this Faneka, with the guy I saw him with in New Zealand, yeah, and Ali Faneka. And so I really believe that he can give a tremendous account of himself and give Manny a lot of difficulty. Manny has been one of our greatest fighters of the era. He's very fast. He knows how to move. But remember, he's getting older. Athletes get older. An athlete who reaches a certain age does not perform as well as he did when he was younger in his peak. The question is, how old has Manny become? I talked to Freddie today at breakfast, Freddie Roach, and Freddie said that he sees more in Manny training for this fight than he had Manny training for the previous 2 fights with Bradley and Vargas. So we'll have to see.
See ya.
I'm ready to do mine. I've just done like shadow, skip.
Jeff is very adaptable, changeable. There's only been 17 fights for our opposition for Freddie Roaches. Yes, the pressure is there, but yes, the pressure is there. As you know, in any sport, if an athlete or a team doesn't